Broncos country, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We're going to take a look here at 8 or so plays here from Javonte Williams, where, man, he really stepped his game up this game against the New York Jets. I have been guilty of coming on here and saying, Javonte Williams, he's got the vision of Ray Charles. Like a lot of times he's just running straight into the line where the bodies are at. And we did still see some of that in today's game against the Jets that we'll be taking a look at. But he also made an improvement, and we saw a confident Javonte Williams that showed patience, showed the ability to cut back, showed the ability to anticipate. And that's what I'm wanting to highlight here is just showing his ability to do that in this game, a little bit more than what we've seen so far before this game in the 2024 season. So let's go ahead and get started. Of course, you'll see Javonte here in this set here right next to Bo Nix, and just watch his patience here on this play. I really loved watching this. And running through contact, the yards after contact, I'm not sure what the advanced stat for that in this game particularly was, but just looking at this game and watching this game, he was running so much better. But, love to see his ability to see this block. It's coming off here from Garrett Bowles, taking on this linebacker, being able to cut back behind it, as you see, and then, cutting back as he's drawing in these defenders, understanding that, hey, I got something going here with this Cortland Sutton block, and getting towards the first down, continuing to move his feet. This was such a great run. And this was coming in about halfway into the game, so running game wasn't looking the best. Of course, the offense as a whole wasn't looking the best, but you saw Javonte, really do a good job here. This is a great view of his vision and power, holding on to the ball. That's what we need him to do. No more fumbles. This was a great bounce back game from Javonte when all of us were saying, guys, we need to move on. And he's like, no, David Talks Broncos. I got some last words for you. I'm not done yet. Let's move later in the game because, again, I really did feel like as the second half developed, we saw Javonte Williams gain some steam. See the 49-25 mark. Here you see Javonte Williams out of this I formation. Of course, Michael Burton here with a nice, wonderful block as well, if I can remember correctly. I was charting this, but yeah, Burton blows up this play. Really nice block. Sorry about the buffering there, but you're going to get a good view of it here. We'll rewind. See Burton, Bowles, and again, I just love to see, Javonte, instead of just running straight into where this chaos is, and this is kind of where we've seen him do this before, where he might try and bounce this thing more outside. But you see, you show some patience here, cuts back behind this Garrett Bowles block, and then leans forward, moves his feet. That's the Javonte Williams that we need, right? A really nice bounce back game from Javonte. Now, this might have been his best run of the day at the 49-45 mark. It's actually on this next play. Another I formation. Y'all remember this? Burton getting in there. Nice cutback. And then another cut. He was anticipating blocks so well. You can see how pumped up he is afterwards. Good job on Michael Burton again. This is why he's on the team, taking care of that linebacker. The offensive line, just moving bodies. Look how deep they already are into that defensive backfield, into that second level. Cortland Sutton, or no, credit to Troy Franklin, because he could have followed through with this and get called for like a hold or a block in the back, but he lets up. That was great. And I just love to see Javonte. These are huge holes, and I think that both of our running backs, McLaughlin too, has been guilty of missing some of these things in our first 3 games, and it was great to just see them. It was so great to see them hit these holes and anticipate and fall forward. I mean, that's one of Javonte's best qualities. You can see how pumped up he is after this. Let's watch it from the end zone. Beautiful stuff. This is the yards after contact, making the most of this offensive line. I mean, look at that. Quinn Miners up into the second level. Palczewski pushing his guy into the second level. Bowles taking care of the guy that he was pulling on, right? Love that. Called that the money run. 57-28. Let's go there. See a run here from like a draw. And he just finds the space there. Again, shows a little bit of patience. He's not, hitting that hole right on full speed. See? Little stutter step there. Sees what's developing right here. He trusts his blockers to handle their guys. And there's a little crevice for him to run through, and that's exactly what he does. He gets small right there. And you'll be able to see it better on this angle, of course. And good job by, was that Troutman and Burton. So, it's not there, but he can see it. He anticipates that this hole is going to get opened up. Because, again, Burton showing his value to this team, taking care of 56. Good job, Javonte. I mean, making the most of this offensive line. Let's take a look at him taking the toss in the backfield, the 58-45 mark. Beautiful. Good patience right there. And then he hits the hole hard. And again, credit to this offensive line. I mean, look at Burton, Palcho, Miners, all these guys. They just move their men out the way. Credit to Wattenberg taking on this nose tackle, doing a good job here. But you can see, I mean, everybody's handling business. Troutman taking care of that 72 right here. Quinn Miners. I mean, everybody's handling their guy. And Javonte has one-on-one with a DB. And you'll take that every single time. Everybody else does their job. And you can see he carries that guy for another 12 yards or so. Wow. Beautiful stuff, isn't it? Really happy for Javonte. He shut me up this week, no doubt about it. And let's see him continue to build on this, right? And we can look at the 100. This one, I think this was like a third down, if I remember correctly. Again, not every play was perfect like this or was really awesome. We still did see, sometimes I felt like Javonte didn't always take the best path. And here's one right here on 3rd and short. And part of me is like, okay, it's 3rd and short. So I can understand, like, he's just wanting to get to the marker. But I think we were stopped short here. And I kind of wish that he would have bounced this to the left where Garrett Bowles and is that Troy Franklin over there or Marvin Mims? Maybe actually that was Sutton. They're handling their blocks there on the left side. No, it's Josh Reynolds. This could have been one where I felt like if he just cut back to the left a little bit, he's going to have gain like what we saw in these first 7 plays. So, not a perfect performance. Yeah, I didn't mean to leave on or end this thing on like a negative note. But all that to say, we did see so many more positive big time gainers from Javonte Williams with this. And I think that this is a performance that he can really build on. Again, probably maybe you didn't see 56 kind of crashing in there, as pinching in there as quick as he did. But, overall, I just thought we saw a much better game from Javonte. We saw a much better game from our offensive line. I feel like 2 games in a row now. This is a side note, but Palczewski, I love to see that everybody's talking about him. Hey, you can't take him out of the lineup if he stacks 2 more really solid performances together. I agree. Sean Payton should show no loyalty to whoever has the highest paycheck. On this team, it's about the results on the field, and maybe that's something that we can deal with later on. Maybe one of these guys can play left tackle next year. We'll just have to see. But I love to see the momentum that's being created right now with our run game. Jaleel McLaughlin as well. We saw him be way more decisive here in the second half with the runs that he had as well. But I wanted to spend some time today to just talk on Javonte Williams, because I've been very critical and I have been kind of pessimistic on if there's anything left with him. But this game against the Jets, we don't win it without him. And so encouraged, so happy to see him have that bounce back game. Let's hope he can continue to build on this along with Jaleel McLaughlin. So, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll be back with a Bo Nix film review later today as well. So tune into that. And then I'll have my preview video tomorrow morning. So thank you guys so much. Please smash that like and subscribe after you comment. As always, y'all, go Broncos.